Góðan daginn, welcome to the Project Pal. My name is Gunnhildur, I'm an Iceland, I live in Iceland, and this is my podcast vlog chat type of thing. We'll talk mainly about yarn, about knitting, about crocheting, anything fiber related, because always interesting. I also talk about the weather, and I'm going to touch on that in a little bit, because then I always have something to talk about, because there's always weather, and it affects everything that we do. And because I'm an Icelander and I live in Iceland, I also do talk a little bit about the geological activity of my homeland, because that does affect everything that we do as well. Currently, no active volcanoes. I'm laughing because I feel like every single time I make a statement like that, I feel like the spirits of the land might take it as a challenge. It is not. It's not a challenge, it's just a state of current facts. Engin áskorun. But yeah, it is Sunday, the 26th. It is 6:15 in the afternoon, because it's been a late Sunday. Like, very late Sunday. I did the laundry yesterday because I couldn't be bothered to do it today. So it's done. Yay! And we are home now. So yeah, last Sunday was a little bit dramatic. We had very heavy wet rainfall, and unfortunately we had to evacuate. It was this building, the at least two houses on top, and I feel like there were quite a few other people who were leaving. It wasn't an emergency evacuation. It was a precautionary one because situation. Thankfully, everyone was fine. Myself and my brother, we were hosted at the local hotel, and they were so sweet. They even had like breakfast for evacuees and dinner. Oh, we got tandoori chicken. It was with potatoes along with, and the fresh salad. It was just, I'm such a good cook. I'm like, So, good food makes a difficult situation a lot more bearable. And my mother, or our mother, she's not just mine, I have to share her with my siblings, but our mother, she was hosted at the hospital, which I was really thankful for that, because she has mobility issues and she can't get into every single type of car. Obviously, she's over 80. She has a a walker with wheels. Basically, she's a speeder on it, and yeah. So we got a call from I'm gonna say authorities, because I cannot remember what that department's called in English. I have no idea, but yeah, we got a call and she was offered to stay at the local hospital, and she was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. And apparently she had a lot of fun being there while not sick, or nothing being wrong with her, and she just enjoyed pestering the staff. Considering the smiles on everyone's faces when we came by to pick her up last Tuesday, I don't think that they very much disliked it. Like, they seemed to all be having fun, so that was good. But yeah, everything went basically as well as can be hoped for. There weren't any significant avalanches. There were a few that did fall from the mountaintops above us, but this time, unlike last time, goodness, when was that? Was it 23? Was it in 23? I think it was March, April. I have no memory. But yeah, last time, that was a very rare kind of situation. According to specialists, the avalanche that fell at that time and did hit the buildings, that was a very rare type of avalanche that basically if I remember correctly, you could basically imagine the snow kind of like a polished tilted surface, and the avalanche was a bit like a Norwegian skier going down really fast. Yeah, it just and but this time the snow was a lot more like waterlogged. It was really heavy, so there were some avalanches that did fall, but because they were so heavy, they didn't reach any momentum and basically just. Thankfully this time, so things are good. Did have a conversation with another neighbor who evacuated way away, quite a bit further away, and we did agree that it would be a lot more calming for the spirits to just have a bag ready in the upcoming months. And I don't think that would be a dumb idea. Like, at the very least, be prepared when it starts snowing. So, yeah. But everything went well. We evacuated around 4-ish Sunday last weekend. And we were back home Tuesday. So we only had to stay away for 2 nights. So that was very nice. Nobody got hurt. Nobody got injured. People made the best of it. So... So yeah, that was a drama of last weekend, so hopefully we're back on schedule. But as for handicrafts, because of course I did bring my handicrafts with me, and I couldn't make up my mind, so I brought 3. One is that never-ending cocoon cardigan that I have been working on for like years and not done. So, moving on. I've also worked a little bit, just the red part. That was the only bit I did. Full evacuation. I wasn't very active, but I'm working on the second shawl that I'm going to be making for myself and my 3 sisters. So... it's going, and it's really nice having a crochet project like this when I'm watching something like on my computer or something. I kind of feel right now, I feel better about having a simple crochet project to work on when I'm focusing on something else. I think it's because then I only have like 1 needle to focus on instead of like 2 and 4. I think that makes sense. I don't know what I'm talking about, but when I'm watching something, I feel like crochet is better. But when I go on knit nights and I'm like just chatting with people and listening to what they're talking about and doing my own thinking, then I feel like knitting. So I have apparently very specific ideas about which fits which activities. But I finished them. And I even wove in the ends. So, these are the from the Hobby Advent Calendar. Do I have the on? Somewhere. Okay, hang on. Yeah, okay. So this is from the 2024 Advent Calendar from Hobby, the knitted calendar. It was France Extra Fine Merino, Superwash Merino. Very nice. And the Diablo Wild Print. Again, very nice. So, Again, and my cast off is still like I'm trying to strangle a kitten. I don't know how I do this, but that is an ongoing learning curve. And this is what I got left over from both walls. Like, look at it. Look at it. I'm not gonna finish. So I'm not gonna put it back down here. So I'm gonna need a new project for knit nights. Excuse me. Because I finished these. And if you've been following my misadventures with these fingerless mittens, you will know that I read the pattern. I did more than once, and I still was fixated on working it in the round. I was so convinced that that's how you were supposed to do it. No. According to the pattern, you work this, you knit back and forth. And then you sew up the seam, which is how you get this thumb hole. So clearly I had to figure something else out. And thankfully, because I was doing this during knit nights, and these are really cozy, these are really nice. But because I was doing these on knit nights, I had an elder mentor helping me, literally telling me how to make the thumb holes in the best possible way. Just, she did things exactly how I needed to be told. She has taught me how to do the cast on, which I still managed to make a little tight, but you know, it's not tight, it's just snug. But I really need to work on my cast off. Still, these are so cute. I love them. But yeah, so I am still working on shawl number 2. And what I'm thinking is not picking up another fresh project to work on. I'm thinking that I might actually pick up something that has been waiting in my project pile for I'm not gonna tell you how long. Since November 2021. So this printout doesn't have any pictures because I couldn't figure out at the time how to do that. But this is the weekend wipe. I cannot pronounce that properly. By Drops Design. So it's made by Drops Melody. I specially ordered. Hello? Focus? Do you not want to focus? Huh. Yay! There we go. Because I do remember that I specially ordered from another seller, not my local little seller, because she's never carried the Melody. So and I have read the pattern. It's got some instructions, which is another reason why I feel like I might benefit more from bringing this with me to knit nights, because I might actually need someone with more experience to help me. Why are you? Okay, here you go. To help me. And oh yeah, this bag comes from Wool Warehouse. I love them. Really reusable, really nice to store yarn in. But yeah, I do remember that you need a 7mm both double pointers and round knitters. You need a 7mm and a 12mm. Now I have 7 in both the round and the double pointers, and I have 12 in the round, but I had to order, and I say had to because I want to make this sweater, but I didn't have the double pointers in 12 millimeters. So I actually went and ordered them from Hobby today. So we'll see how long it takes. It shouldn't take that long. I mean, Hobby is positioned in Denmark. I am in Iceland. Of course, every single package that arrives to Iceland first has to go to Reykjavik, the capital area, because they need their money. And then it can go with the post to my location. So hopefully it doesn't take that long, but we'll see how far along I managed to get with this. The weekend vibe is one that you start from the collar down. So I've done that before, so it should be fine. At first, when I started knitting, because I only learned how to knit from the bottom up, I always thought that going the other direction would be so difficult. But then I do a little bit more of first, and I'm like, there really aren't that many difficult things. It's just practice and experience, and sometimes thinking a little bit differently. And okay, sometimes that's the most difficult thing, thinking differently. But I mean, like with this, these are supposed to be, according to the original pattern, you do it back and forth and then do the sewing. But I'm a lazy Icelander, and I will learn how to make thumb holes rather than do sewing. I realized that not just because I was taught how to do the knitting in the round, and I feel very, very drawn to doing things that way, but I've come to realize and accept that the major reason why I really want to knit in the round is because I despise having to do the sewing. I'm an Icelander. We are lazy. That's my excuse. But yeah. Now, other than that, I mean, I really want to get started on this sweater. At some point, I really want also to put in the lifeline on the fine sweater that I did finish late last year, I want to say. Well, I say finish, but I never did finish like the weaving in and the sewing, because honestly, like one lady pointed out, who actually has been thinking about it and has offered to help me with it, and I agree. The main reason why I haven't finished up that sweater is because I'm not 100% happy with how the pattern turned out, because my first time in a long time doing the pattern, it's somewhere in my pile, so I'm like, should have brought it out. But because I was doing the pattern for the first time in so long, like a color work, so the first part is like puckered because I did a little too tight, and because it's puckered, I'm not happy with it. And she read me like a book and has offered to help me to fix it. So all I need to do is put in a lifeline and bring it to Knit Night at some point, and she's gonna help me. But I really want to get started on this one, because this one has been waiting for a little too long as well. Otherwise, I mean, I could also pick something from the knit bag of last year. I could bring something from the crochet bag or the crochet calendar of this year. I have enough projects, so yeah, I think that's enough. Last week was a bit of drama. It's over and done with for now, and hopefully that was the last time this year that we need to evacuate. It's not fun. finished my mittens and they are so cute. I adore them. I love them. And yeah, so I just need to figure out what new project to bring with me next knit night because I finished. Probably gonna be the sweater bead because after all I did order new knit needles so I can do this. So probably that one. And yeah, I think that's enough for me this weekend. I've been babbling on for about 50 minutes. Go me. Oh, a little bit more than that. More like 20 minutes. Go me. So hopefully I'll see you again next weekend. We'll see where we're at then. Hopefully nothing dramatic happens. 7-13, knock on wood. And yeah, until then, take care. I really hope that life is as good to you as it can possibly be. Hopefully better. I hope you're having a wonderful day and I'll see you later. Okay? Take care. Bless.